So today, guys, we're going to be doing a series of flame tests. We're going to test 9 different metals, compounds that have metals in them, to see what colors they produce. So your job is to look at the flame test, match up the color with the element that is producing that flame. Remember that when we hit these metals with energy, the flame is supplying the energy. You're going to see a characteristic color for each individual metal. It's kind of like a fingerprint, where you get to see the characteristic color for every metal that is inside a compound. So we have the different compounds that we're going to be putting in there, and they'll all have a wavelength and a frequency with them. You'll be able to calculate the wavelength and the frequency from the picture. So you'll be able to find the wavelength associated with the color, use the wavelength to find the frequency using the speed of light equation. From the speed of light equation, then once you have the frequency, you can also calculate the energy of that particular salt. And finding the energy then was using the E equals HV, using Planck's constant times your frequency to get the energy of the salt. So you'll be able to do that. First thing you want to do is be able to identify what metal goes with what and what wavelength goes with it. So first element I'm going to test, we have a variety of different, you can see a variety of different salts here, and we're going to be testing them to see their colors. So salt number 1, I'm going to put that in the flame and see if you can see what color it is. Salt number 1 takes a little while to get going. It has to react a little bit, but once it gets going, you'll be able to see a characteristic color here. Here it goes. It's starting to react a little bit. There we go. It's producing a pretty good color now. You should see this one, characteristic color. I don't know how well that's showing up on the screen, but this should be an orange color for salt number 1, if it's coming up there pretty well. I'm going to put right next to it salt number 3, because salt number 3, a lot of people think is orange. So you can see that color on the screen. I'm not sure how they show up, but here it looks like it's a yellowy orange. So if I put them together, you'll see the characteristic colors are different. Number 1's on the left, number 3 is on the right. And I don't think that's showing up too well. So there's 1, there's 3. 1, and there's 3. 1, 3. So those were the number 1 and number 3. I'm now going to do number 2. Be able to find the color of number 2. This one's very faint, so I put it in there. So you can see it right on the edge. You can see the color. Right on the edge. Right there. See the color? Color. There. You'll see the color of that flame. Hopefully for number 2 you're seeing the lavender. Lavender for number 2. We've already done number 3, so we're going to number 4. Number 4 is going to take a second to get going too, because it's in a liquid. It's in aqueous solution. So once it gets going, we have a really good color for this one. And this is salt number 4. There we go. The metals are starting to ignite a little bit. Good color. See the color? Hopefully you're seeing the blue-green color. Green first and a little bit of blue around it. So it's your blue-green color. Again, salt number 4, blue-green. Good deep blue-green color right there. Blue-green, blue-green color. Salt number 4. Okay, salt number 5. Coming next. Get some more on there. Started. There it goes. Salt number 5. That's a really good flame color. You can see it online. So this is a red-orange. Red-orange color for salt 5. Really, really nice. Just in the edge of the flame, you can see the electrons then are absorbing that energy, jumping up energy levels, and then they're showing their characteristic color when they release their energy. Not when they absorb it, but when they release it. Okay, salt number 6. We go to salt number 6. Those of you waiting for something to happen, just the Q-tip is starting to burn now. Nothing, anything that you see there is Q-tip is burning. Q-tip burning. You see it's getting charred. So, see the smoke coming out of the end of the Q-tip. Kind of fun, right? Doo-doo. Yeah, we got ourselves a fire. Nothing happening with that other than the Q-tip burning. Okay, next one. We have salt number 7. Good color there. You can faintly make it out there on the screen. See when I put it in there? It's a nice yellow-green color. I'll try it again. Let you see it again. Right there. Now the Q-tip is burning. Nice yellow color, the flame. More yellow than anything. That was number 7. Number 8. The salt starts to ignite here on number 8. This one is really faint, kind of hard to see. Let the salt get going here a little bit. Really hard to see. We'll try that. Oh, I dipped the wrong one. We'll try that again. Then number 8. Really faint right there. It's starting to burn off just a little bit. See, I don't know if you can see it when it comes in there. There it is. You can see it's just a slight little, there it goes. It's burning pretty good. A nice pinky lavender color. Once it gets going, now you can see it really good, a pinky lavender color. More lavender than anything. There you go on the side. Light lavender. Boom. Very good, and that's number 8. more of a pinky lavender color, tough one to see. Okay, and the last one, number 9. Hope you can see that one. As that starts to burn, the water starts to burn off. The salt catches on and starts to ignite. Really nice deep dark red here. Some of the salt evaporating, popping it off there. You can see there even salt crystals forming on the edge of that. I don't know if you can see that. If you look there, you can see it really good there. Salt crystals, that lump on the end of the Q-tip, the salt crystals are forming. When the water evaporates, all the salt crystals are popping off. So this is number 9, a nice deep dark scarlet red for number 9. Deep dark scarlet red, number 9 there. So the difference between this one and number 5 is more of an orange red. This one is a deep scarlet red. So 5 again is an orange red, this is a deep scarlet red. So keep in mind now you can calculate wavelength and frequency from that. You get the wavelength from matching up the color that goes with the element. You get the frequency by using the speed of light in the wavelength equation. And then you can find the energy using the E equals HV equation. So you match up the flames with the colors. Also then you can reflect back to see the number of electrons that each of the energy levels can hold. You can find out what are the valence electrons for these based on the periodic table and their families and the groups and the S and the Ps. Remember which one has higher frequency or which one has a longer wavelength, a shorter wavelength, lower frequency, higher frequency. Based on the color of light, you can see which ones have the highest or lowest frequencies. You can then also find out when does the electrons, when do you see the color? So when are you seeing the color? When it's releasing or absorbing energy, and is it going from energy level 1 to 4, or 4 to 1, or 2 to 5, or 5 to 2? Which one is the amount of energy being released and absorbed? You can do that, and then calculate wavelength and frequencies. Hope you've enjoyed the lab, and calculation of the wavelength and frequencies are now your job to do those.